What's that sound?
Sound like a fan? I don't know what that is.
You don't hear that?
Oh, I'm not close to my mic right now. Hold on.
Oh.
No, I don't hear it. Keep talking.
Hello, David Jones.
There we go.
Nice to talk to you again.
Got you in both
Welcome.
ears.
ST, what? You got a hat with our thing on it?
Yeah.
Well, where's mine?
It's waiting for you to pick out a color.
When did you get them?
About a week or two ago.
Dude, what do you mean it's waiting for me to pick out a color?
It's only $16.
I like it.
I do too.
I'm about to get me one of those.
I was picking up shirts for our choir because am I coming through this?
Yes, you are.
I was picking up shirts for our choir because we sang the national anthem. And I said, hey, how much for a hat with 5 letters on it?
And he goes, that would be $16.
She said, really, it's the price of the hat. And we'll probably get a discount on that and like $1 for the letters. So I said, that's not much. She goes, no.
Wow.
So,
wow.
I must say I like it.
All right. I've got Messenger open in case we need to talk to each other.
Facebook or in the this thing? Okay.
It's easier with Facebook Messenger. I think people are going to be like, what? You're on an hour earlier. This is our new time.
We're getting old.
I know. I'm just an old man, and I need to go to bed before 11, if possible. All right, I got to close our regular Facebook thing and just keep our messages open. Twitter's open just in case anybody tweets us. All right, I need to check. I need to test the YouTube thing to make sure you can hear it. All right, so here we go. You don't hear it? Do you see it? You don't see the video either? Why are you muted?
Because I'm drinking and I wanted to hear what you were doing. I have myself clicked, so do it again.
You don't hear that?
I don't see it either.
How?
All I see is you.
People in the chat room, do you see it and hear it? But you can't hear it either, David?
No.
Well, then how the heck is this supposed to work? Help.
I thought you had worked on all this.
I did. I got the whole playlist set up and everything.
On my phone. Put these people in order.
I mean, this is okay. This is supposed to be the YouTube plugin. I'm supposed to be able to play a YouTube video while we're doing it, and you're supposed to be able to hear it.
Go, Millennials!
Now I hear it.
Oh, it mutes my microphone. But you can't see it.
Premieres Wednesday, September 21st.
All right. Well, we'll see if people.
Chris Sammons, I'm 38 and I'm a trial lawyer.
Whoa, we don't want to see that yet, heathen.
I don't see anything.
Well, I know you don't see it. I'm going to see it, and hopefully the people in the chat room are going to see it.
I bet they don't if I don't.
Joseph, can you see the YouTube video when I play it? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the pre-show. This is where we get everything set up. I spent a good 10, 15 minutes getting every single video queued up in this YouTube.
Because not everything ever works, so we have to go through a setup every time we do.
Either at the moment, he says. Well, hold on, Joseph. Let me play it.
Generations will clash. Millennials versus Gen X.
The millennial, they don't have a clue. The older generations, they've been brainwashed.
It's my generation.
So you can hear it, right, David?
Head to head.
Yep.
In a culture war for the ages. Go, Gen X! Go, Millennials!
I love old people, but I don't need them.
Millennials versus Gen X premieres Wednesday, September 21st.
Okay, at least they can hear it.
Chris Hammonds, I'm 38, and I'm a trial lawyer.
At least we can hear it, right? So we can use it for that. Hello, David.
Yep.
Do you agree?
Yep. That's what I thought anyway, was we were going to play audio tracks, but if you had the videos working, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I want to play that first video anyway. Take it out. Wait, I wonder if it's because my lower third is up. Let me take my lower thirds off.
I'll mute your camera before you do that. Oh.
Shut up.
Your lower third.
38, and I'm a trial lawyer. Growing up was
Do you
tough.
see it
I
now?
grew up in a rural part of Oklahoma and had a dad that's kind of a off the grid kind of guy. He'll
Oh, that guy, he's kind of off the grid kind of guy. He's kind of off the grid. All right, well, at least y'all will be able to hear it. I mean, for that matter, I could have played it on anything. I wouldn't have had to play it on this. Well, in that case, I'm going to play it on my computer. I don't have to mess with this.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Because I have a playlist already. Watch this. Boom. Get rid of that piece of crap. Oops, I just accidentally got rid of Hangout Toolbox. What an idiot. Oh, no. Now I got to go get it again. Oh, no, David, this is so bad. Oh, no. All right, install Hangout. Oh, no. I'm going to have to redo everything that I've done.
Oh.
Oh, dude, don't even. Because
I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay, no, I don't have to do that. Hey, check out our end card. This goes up at the end of our video, and then we'll have a place for them to click. Only 12% of the people watch it to the end, but those 12% will have.
Hey, I'm sure some people fall asleep and just wake up to that screen. So
Which is
cool.
a good thing. You wake up to the screen. They're all good. I want that hat, David. I am upset with you.
I can't put it through the screen. I'm sorry, brother.
Amazing hat. All right. Oh, I got to queue up videos down here then, since I'm going to be doing that. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-ba-da-bum, boom, boom, boom.
Okay, it's 1 after 9 on my clock. Is your clock?
I know, but I got to get these YouTube videos queued up. Playlist. Survivor 33. Meet the cast. All right, let's make sure you can hear these.
Chris Hammonds, I'm 38, and I'm a trial lawyer.
You hear that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, so what am I going to put up during that? I'll put up who the heck?
The cast photo? Yeah.
All right, you ready, David?
Sure.
Wow, I'm excited. Here we go, David, starting season 33.
Doesn't feel like it yet.
Well, it's about to. All right, here we go. Let's see. Get your correct logo thing up. You've already done that. Who are these people? Here we go.
Hey there, it's Aubrey Bracco from Survivor Co. Raw. Grab some giant clams, pick some mangoes, sit back and relax with Dwaine and Dave on Survivor Talk with D&D. With Survivor knowledge this tasty, we're sure you'll make it through the whole show, just as long as Mark the Chicken.
Welcome to Survivor Talk with D&D. I'm Dwaine.
And I'm David.
And we're just two best friends talking about the show we love, Survivor. And I need to put my overlay up so y'all can see me. Yeah. We're back. David, we're back.
It still doesn't feel like it. It will at the end of this episode, but because we haven't read or looked at anything or listened to anything.
I'm so excited.
It doesn't feel like we're back yet.
Yeah. You know what? We should have, like, every season, welcome back. The names have all changed since you come around, because they have. Until next time.
Nice.
Who are we? We are a family-friendly podcast that started way back in January of 2012 with Survivor One World. And yes, we love our D&D community. That's y'all. Y'all are what makes the show great. So thank you for listening. Oh, and by the way, David, we have exciting news for 2017, don't we?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
we're going to tell them that later. We're not going to
Okay.
tell that
Okay. Okay.
right now. Right now. You know what, David? We have some thank yous to give out.
Oh yes.
Before we start our totally raw, have not looked at, read, I have not read a single word. And the only YouTube things I've seen are queuing up the videos for tonight's show.
Mhm.
I absolutely know no one.
See, I can look at the cast photo and I can tell you everyone's name, and that's about it.
How did you do that?
Because I made that document off ew.com and I just kept putting picture to face, or name to face. So
What I did, I made a document where
that is a great document. Thank you for sending that to me. That is awesome.
Yes, I sent that to you. I also have it for, is it Vanua?
Okay, sure.
All right. Over the summer, David, people downloaded and listened to our shows, and we just want to thank you all for that.
I'm still in shock.
Talk shows and our movie talk shows. In fact, David and I went and looked, and our very first episode, like nine of you downloaded that this week or this last month in August. I don't know why you're going back and listening to. Hi, this is Survivor Talk with D&D. This show was recorded live in front of no one. Remember when I did that?
They're probably wondering. I do remember that. They're probably wondering if these guys are this bad now. How bad were they back in 2012?
Yeah, that's what they're thinking. Also, David, they still used our Amazon links when they shopped Amazon.
Because they're awesome.
Thank you for that. It helped pay the bills during the summer. We even gained a few patrons over the summer, David. Now, that's pretty awesome. Patrons get to enjoy the weekly D&D extra video during the season, which will be starting right before the first episode. That will be our first D&D extra video where David and I make some predictions and things that is not on our regular show. It's about 10 to 15 minutes long, and it usually comes out on Monday or Tuesday for our patrons, for our $2 and above patrons, I think. Maybe for all of them. I'm not sure. But here they are. We gained Jessica Campbell, Janie Davis. Please hold your applause until I read all the names.
Well, no, you've already done it now. They have to pause at each name.
David Holdsworth and Donna Martello.
Donna.
I'm not going to say how much Donna pledged, but she gets to be on the show. She is she has earned a perk where she gets to be on a future show with us.
For y'all that don't know Donna, she is Survivor Dress Donna. She wears the yellow dress with all the autographs. And she's also a veteran from playing Durham Warrior Survivor Challenge, season 4 this past year. She's awesome.
That's right. Thank you, Donna. So check out our website for all of this stuff about Amazon and Patreon and stuff. And, of course, all of our shows, stwdd.com. It's not any easier than that. Or if you just look up Survivor Talk, you'll get some EW stuff. But just look for the Survivor Talk with D&D stuff. That's good.
And that's not Survivor Talk with Dungeons and Dragons. That's just Survivor Talk.
No, it's not.
That's our other show.
Yeah. Well, all right. So what are we doing tonight, David? Why don't you explain to everybody what tonight's show? Who the heck are these people?
So this is our first Survivor show for season 33. Millennials versus Gen X?
That is correct, David.
That is the order. So, hey from Sweden. We will be taking each bio off of ew.com, which we've already done. It's on in front of us. And we are basically going to listen to a short video clip that Dwayne's going to have queued up. Just going to be, an audio clip. After that, we're going to read the little bio. Hopefully it's not too redundant. And we're just going to let you know who these awesome 18 people are. Because we are 18, right? They're so excited to have another season.
20.
Is it 20?
I believe so.
6. You are correct. These 20 awesome people are.
Like we said, we have not done anything with season 33 yet.
And I just want to say how happy I am that we got another newbie season before we get next season's bunch of people that we know. I love newbie seasons. So glad.
Yeah. So just to be clear, David, we have been totally Survivor free until tonight.
Yes.
So if you're listening to our show and you're saying to yourself, well, y'all should already know that. No, because that's part of the fun of the Who the Heck Are These People episode.
That's right.
All right.
This is the only episode where we have an excuse not to do any homework.
That's right. From now on, we got to start working again.
That's right.
Oh man, the D&D Survivor Challenge. David and I are not going to draft against each other and have a separate competition this season. We are going to participate in the Facebook group version of the challenge, which is in our Facebook group on Facebook. Yeah. But we will tell each other in our next episode, which is next Thursday night or this Thursday night, depending on when you're listening to this. We will kind of go over who our teams are.
Mhm.
We're going to make that's our prediction show, and we are going to say who we are picking for our teams. We could have the exact same team. We probably won't, but we are competing with everyone else in our Facebook group that is participating in the D&D Survivor Challenge. It's Andy Westover runs it, and this year Mark Percy will be tracking the scores, and Andy will be posting the results. So go get your teams of 10.
Well, not yet. Wait till next week when we give you more information about these 20.
All right. Well, if you want our help, then
what you want to do is listen to Dwaine and take about 2/3 of his team. Don't listen to my team. My team usually finishes in the middle of the bottom. Did I beat you this past year?
I have no idea. I don't
even remember.
I put up at the end.
I don't think I've ever beaten you in that challenge,
Yeah.
which is why we're not doing the one that I used to win. We're doing the one
Right.
that you always win. So
We're not doing the one where you get all the help. Yeah. So join us for that challenge. Join our Facebook group. And I believe that's stwdd.com/Facebook will get you there. So anyway, he'll get it all organized. Same scoring as last season, and we'll post that on Facebook probably as a document, so you can just pull it up and see it. And also, we will post individual player scores on Facebook as well. So no more website. It's all on Facebook. Got it?
Mhm.
All right. Welcome to those who are watching live on our website. Chat room is hopping. Kinda. It's a little bitty hopping. We got some people in the chat room right now.
we're also starting an hour earlier than we usually start.
Yeah. I don't think people are going to show up. We're going to be on Contestant 8.
Yeah.
Right. And they'll have to DVR it and they'll have to go backwards and all their stuff. So if you're watching live on our website and on YouTube, enjoy the chat room and have fun. Do us a favor. Click the thumbs up right now while you're watching. There's a thumbs up right down here.
Mhm.
Click that thumbs up. For some people like us based on that. So if you like it, do that. One last thing before we dive into these contestants. David, just off the top of your head?
I'm sorry, you froze or I froze, so I didn't hear what you said.
Oh,
one more thing before we dive in.
Did several movie talk with D&D episodes over the summer. Can you name them?
I know we did the there was a first one we did, but we did the what?
What we're watching this summer.
Oh, I thought that was the second one. You're right. We did that before we did Everest, Tarzan, and Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
Yes. So we did let's see, Everest, Pride and Prejudice, and Zombies. That's right.
And Tarzan. And then we did Star Trek 3. Was
That's
it
right.
Beyond?
Yeah.
With Dr. Jill.
Yes.
And just last week we did Stranger Things season 1 with Chaos Cast.
That's right. But we also did Star Wars, Captain America, Civil War earlier in those are our latest ones. I thought they were summer. Maybe they weren't.
They probably were.
All right. So speaking of Stranger Things, they are doing a season 2 in 2020.
Please.
And we are going to start a new podcast.
That's what I'm talking about.
I better go ahead and buy it before someone takes it. Although, why would anybody take Stranger Things with D&D from us?
Well,
no, so we might want to. Mark, we need a logo now. We need the logo now. And that means I got to start paying for a website and paying for everything.
So Stranger Things with D&D. That might mean more than just David and Dwaine. So,
and you know what? We can still use stwdd.com.
There you go.
It is time for it's time to dig into these millennials versus Gen X, David. So, millennials, are they the older ones or the younger ones?
They're the younger ones.
They're the younger ones. All right. So it used to be Gen X was the young ones.
I think we talked about this when the title first got mentioned, and we said it's like 30. Well, I'll probably be proven wrong, but it's like 35 and under, 35 and older, something like that.
Yeah. So
mid-30s.
You are going to do Gen X because you're older than me. You represent the old people. I represent.
I can smack you right now.
I mean, I may not look like it now, but I've been working out, and I'm going to start looking more like my avatar any day. More like that. More like that every day. That's right.
Positive thinking. That's right.
All right. So we're starting with the Gen Xer, Chris Hammonds. Let's listen to his video. Man, David, I'm sorry you can't watch it with me. I'm going to watch it. So
okay.
Here we go. Chris Hammonds. He is on the Takali Gen X.
Growing up was tough. I grew up in a rural part of Oklahoma and had a dad that was kind of a off the grid kind of guy, hillbilly, so to speak. And then my teenage years, you know, it got pretty rough. Dad, he went to prison when I was a very young age, about maybe 14, 15. And life got a little tougher then. And kind of had to start making some adult decisions at a very early age. And that's kind of how I grew up. But my overall thoughts on the group are there's a good mixture of youth and a good mixture of maybe some older folks. And I'd put myself in the older category, even though I don't consider myself old, but maybe a little more life experience. A person that sticks out to me is, for lack of a name, I call him the surfing Santa. He's got a goatee and white hair, and that reminds me of Santa Claus, but like a cool version of it. And just seemed to connect with him, just eye contact, and just seems like a guy I could hang out with. I am an alpha male. I've always been that. You know, call it through the football or the sports. Men seem to gravitate towards me for whatever reason, and I'm able to communicate well with them. But I've always been just the leader. I've just never fallen into the position of being a follower. I have a very distinct sense of what's right and wrong. And again, I don't know if my right's right or my wrong's wrong, but I do have a line drawn. And when somebody crosses it, I probably won't have trouble telling them about it.
All right, David, I have a suggestion.
Okay.
That you bring up the playlist on my YouTube page. And you watch and you mute your microphone and you watch the video, because as I watched Chris, my thought was, you don't look 38.
Well, that's for next week when we talk about the videos and watch the videos in depth.
No, we're doing that now.
No, we're just sharing right now. We're just reading and sharing right now.
No, I'm talking.
If I bring up a YouTube video, I got too many things going on.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm giving first impressions. I thought we were doing first impressions.
I can make a first impression without looking at somebody.
Oh, okay. Well, man,
I have to look at you all the time, and that impression was wrong to begin with. So, all right. So let me finish my job.
This is you. Sorry, bud.
I know. I'm trying, but you keep talking. Yeah, all right. So Chris is 38. He's probably one of the younger Gen X's on this tribe. He said he's a trial lawyer. What it means to be a Gen Xer. It means to me that you work hard. It means you get up with a purpose and a goal each day. It means that you can do anything in America as long as you work hard and never give up. His personal claim to fame is, I came from nothing. I came from a trailer with no running water, left behind by a drug trafficking father at 15. I overcame tremendous odds. I put myself through college on a football scholarship.
Wow.
I put myself through law school. I did this on my own and have earned the respect of an entire community. For years, my hometown of Sulphur, Oklahoma had a sign that said, the home of Chris Hammonds.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the sign is actually in my garage now.
Unless his dad's name is Chris Hammonds.
Oh, his hobbies are working out.
Who's his granddad's sign?
Yeah. Working out to relieve stress, strategizing to be successful, and challenging myself to be the best. His pet peeves are smacking gum. I hate it. I would do away with all gum on earth if I could. And his 3 words to describe him are super competitive. I don't lose. Tenacious. I never give up. Fighter. I don't lose fights.
What was that, like 15 words?
Yeah, it's like 2 words, then 1 word, then 1 word. He described each word, so he sounds like a lawyer. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
Looking at the cast, he's a football player. It's not like he's on a scholarship. And he's a big dude.
Yeah, he's gonna be a hard worker. Look at him.
He is. And my first impression is hopefully he can keep his opinion about people not working hard in check.
Right.
That's my initial reaction.
Right. And, the guy he was talking about in the video, that was Paul.
Yep.
That's also on his tribe. And if they hit it off, it seems to me like Brett would probably hit it off with them. So I think they may have he may be in a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
First initial reaction. How many times do you think we're going to hear that Gen X means I work hard and I have a purpose and a goal?
Well, I've got my papers in order of every other, so I think we'll hear it every other.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So he likes to work out. He's not going to deal with gum because they're not going to have gum on the island.
Right. But I mean, they've already pretty much put them in just like white collar, blue collar, no collar. They immediately went in with stereotypes about each other.
Oh, yeah.
So they've already separated them into that. So, yeah.
All right. I like them. First impression, I like. For the game. I'm going to like all of them as people, but for the game,
yeah,
I like.
We're the We Like Everybody podcast.
Well,
So,
certainly not to drag them through the dirt. And
I mean, there are some that we say probably don't have a chance, but we pretty much like everybody.
yeah, that doesn't mean we don't like them. All right.
Until you say something bad about us.
It's Chris. It's my turn. All right. This is Justin J. Look at that picture. Tell me if that's a guy or a girl.
That's a dude.
Okay. Just checking.
Because I got the same picture right here.
All right. All right. Here we go, Justin. Let's hear what you have to say.
My name is Jay. I'm 26.
Sorry,
and
Jay.
I used to bartend, and now I just got into real estate. I am an outgoing person. I'm very, charming. I like to make people feel good about themselves. I'm a very positive person. I like to stay humble all the time. I skimboard, skateboard, surfboard. Put me in the ocean or give me a board. I do it. I just live life and try to be awesome. If you bring your religion out and you're just like open about it and you're like, you know what? Please God help us out in this situation. Okay, cool. But trying to like push it onto people. Like I had an ex-girlfriend's whole family once. They were all Christian. And they were very like, you want to come to church with us on Sunday? If you don't come to church with us, you can't get married to my daughter. And I'm like, dude, I just started dating. I'm not marrying anybody. What are you talking about? I'm just an outgoing, ready to go person. I'm not really afraid to hold back like what I'm feeling or what I want to say. Like if I'm going to say something, I'm going to say it. And, maybe I start like a little spark in someone to make someone argue or something happens. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what they're doing, and then they end up getting themselves eliminated. So just ready to have fun. I definitely have a manipulative side because my stepfather, he was always manipulating everything. So I learned from the best. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely make people love me because I just love them. I invest time into them. I give them credit. Like if a dude wakes up and he looks good in the morning, I'm not going to be afraid to be like, yo, dude, you look freaking great today. You look handsome, bro. And if he feels good about it, he might feel good and then he'll love me in return. He'll be like, oh man, this guy always cares about me, bro. But that's how I am.
All right. It's Justin J. He is from Millennials from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He's a real estate agent. What it means to be a millennial. Millennial means, here's a word we're going to hear a lot, freedom.
Yep.
I say this because we are born in a time when anything is truly possible, and social media and all these different outlets help you to not only learn information quickly, but give you the capability to become or create anything. Being a millennial, you can chase your dreams.
Yeah, you don't have to work for them. You just chase them.
Apparently, this is going to be a little odd because we're both Gen Xers, and I definitely chased my dream and got it. So anyway, you can do things that are out of the box. As long as you are working towards your dream and not just sitting there thinking about it, you can be successful. All right. I think that's millennials and Gen Xers or anybody in the world. So, but anyway, personal claim to fame, purchasing my house at the age of 25. Now, David, if he purchased it and didn't have a mortgage, way to go.
Yep. That'd be impressive.
Otherwise, you just got a mortgage. You're 55, so or 40. Hobbies, skimboarding. I thought he said skinboarding, which I thought sounded rather painful.
Yeah, it does.
Skimboarding, fishing, and pretty much any sport. So he's very active. Pet peeves. I don't like when people make plans or say they are going to do something and then they don't deliver. And he's determined, intelligent, and funny. I do like one thing he said, that one of the ways that he gets people to like him is he treats them well. And that is
Yeah.
a good method to get people.
Absolutely. I think what's going to be interesting to watch in this season is it's going to dawn on someone from the Gen X's and say, you know what? I used to be just like that guy. And then it's going to dawn on the millennials to say, you know what? I'm probably going to end up just like that guy. And it could be for the ladies as well. But it's funny because if you interview these Gen X's 15 years ago, their answers probably would have been the same as these millennials.
Oh, yeah.
So they just got to figure out, I want to see who's going to bridge that gap. Somebody, when the swap happens, if it happens, I want to see who bridges that gap better.
Right.
And that's going to be the person you want to keep watching.
It's kind of like the whole, Gen Xers 20 years ago were like, the thing about being a Gen Xer is I can dream and follow my dreams and I can be anything I want to. Same thing the millennials are saying.
Exactly.
Right. By the way, David, the background, your new podcasting room is phenomenal. Look at this, people. If you can see it, he's got tons of buffs behind him, including the 30 anniversary one that I do not have.
Mm-hmm.
Got an actual tribe flag / banner from, was that Nicaragua or Panama?
That's from Panama. From Panama. Autographed by the Panama cast.
Many people. And he's got all of his Fonz heads or whatever they're called.
Funkos. There goes that sponsorship.
Okay. Yeah. Funko needs us. That's right. All right. So like, dislike, or eh?
I don't know. I don't dislike because I think there's potential the way he treats people. I'm gonna say like.
I am going to say undecided.
I'm between like and but I'm kind of the same on Chris because it just, it's that first day response, how it's going to work out. So,
all right, y'all, we have another Gen Xer. Here we go. Her name is Lucy.
My name is Lucy. I'm 42 years old, and I'm a registered dietitian and an IFBB Pro bodybuilder, and that I did at the age of 42, so just last year. I also have 4 children, ages 10, 9, 7, and 5. I also have a husband as well. We've been married for about 11 years. I grew up in a traditional, Asian family. I was born in Taiwan, then we moved to Brazil, and then moved to America. So my parents were very hardworking, and the whole stereotype of owning a restaurant. Yes, that's my parents. We owned a restaurant, and we were always working. Of the group, I see people that have experienced life and people who haven't experienced so much of life. And so I see that it's beneficial for those who have experienced life, because I think we come from a generation that were more manual labor. It taught you skills, right? Life skills, actually, of how to look for things, how to use your instinct, how to use your gut, all that stuff. Nowadays, they just type it up on the internet and it's right there. Even things like driving around, everybody's on their iPad, iPhone. They're not really looking around their surroundings. Like, if you get lost somewhere, you're not going to know where the heck you are. I want to obviously represent the hardworking moms, that are out there that everybody just says, oh, you're just the mom or whatnot. Or the ones that say, oh, I'm a mom. I can't do this. I can't do that. I want to say, hey, you're a mom. There's a lot of things you can do. Just put your mind to it.
I appreciate you cutting back to your picture because it lets me know that the video is almost over or the track's almost over. So that's very
You're welcome.
Professional of you. I appreciate that. So this is Lucy. She is 42, like she said, from California. Registered dietitian. I hope she carved up before she went out there. She also said she was a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I think Caleb. I immediately think of Caleb and what he went through, and I hope she worked up from that.
Caleb really overdid it.
Yeah.
Like knowing he was overdoing it. She's probably a little smarter than that.
Yeah. Well, of course, she's a Gen Xer. She grew up. What it means to be a Gen Xer. No, we're not going to go there. We're not going to say they're smarter than the one.
No, I can just see all the feedback on iTunes now is going to be these idiots are pro Gen X and they can't give a fair thing.
Hey, we said last season we are the old guys podcast.
We are the old ones. That's right. All right.
Okay, so what it means to be a Gen Xer. I grew up a latchkey kid with very little parental supervision. Hello. My parents both worked, so my siblings and I had a lot more responsibilities and were expected to fend for ourselves. We're extremely obedient because we knew our parents worked very hard and we did not want to disappoint them. Trophies were also earned, not given just for participating in sports. That's such a Gen X answer for this season.
Well, it's like that. Is it a Toyota commercial or one of those car commercials where the father's going, we won first place. We beat every team, and he rips off the participation and puts first place on the trophy.
This is the case for most Gen Xers, which is why we are more independent and results oriented. We hate being micromanaged and expect people to have common sense. We don't compliment every little thing. We only give it when well deserved. We also adapt well to changes. As we no longer had cultural segregation, we adjusted to more divorces and have seen the definition of traditional family change. Personal claim to fame is creating a business that provides over 200 jobs for over 10 years. Hobbies are lifting weights, cooking with the kids, and watching food shows to find new restaurants. I like that. Pet peeves, lazy people with no common sense, and whiners.
Wow.
Welcome to Survivor.
Whenever they do a tribe swap, there's going to be some interesting.
3 words to describe her are stubborn, hardworking, and controlling. I think I could just see CBS sitting down saying, so were you like a latchkey kid? Yeah. Okay, we're going to write the rest of that sentence for you because it's going to sound so anti-millennial and pro-Gen X.
Oh, yeah.
All this, they pull out all the anti-Gen X.
Oh, yeah.
Anti-millennial stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
I'm imagining her as a kid being that 12-year-old kid in the Asian restaurant that translates everything for her mom who doesn't understand my order.
Mm-hmm.
That's, have you been to an Asian restaurant and, all they understand, all the owner understands is like number 5. And I want to say, does that come in a big box or a small box? And they're like, number 5.
We have one within miles, a few miles where the kids take the orders.
Yeah.
And
the kids do all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not all the work. There are other people back there.
Well, they work the front.
Yeah. And why is there a tip jar on the counter? I'm not going to tip you for taking my money. I don't understand that.
For making my food fresh and hot.
No, that's why I'm paying for it. You're not waiting on me. You're not bringing me a drink. I'm not sitting at a table. They literally have a tip jar by the register.
Well, there goes that sponsor.
What? What sponsor is that?
The one that has the tip jar out front.
All right. So, Lucy, what's your thoughts, David? Do you like her or not like her?
Oddly enough, when she was talking, I liked her voice. It sounds like somebody I would talk to often. She sounds to me easy to get along, but I'm also 48. I'm kind of between the and like. Again, there's no dislike of anybody as far as in the game. I don't know. I think she could do good things if she's in a good position.
All right, I'm going to have to put her on the dislike side.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to annoy people. And I think that her stubbornness and hardworking is going to come across as annoying to some of the more, not so stubborn and hardworking people.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Michaela. I hope I got that right. Here we go.
My name is Michaela. I'm 25 years old, and I work as a network marketer in vacation sales, and I also tutor part-time. I was born in California, and I moved to Texas when my mom's job transferred us there. So I was relatively little, but most of my childhood I was raised by my godparents, so that's kind of why I act a little older than I am. My godparents were 60 when I was 0. When I was growing up, we didn't have cable. We didn't have internet, we didn't have air conditioning, and we didn't know it. It was a game to run in the house and turn the fans on. They never made us feel at a lack. They never made us feel like something was out of reach. It was just, if you want something, find a way to go get it. But there's a lot of people my age who think that if something's for them, it's supposed to come easy, or that they deserve certain things. And then you have a lot of people of like my faith background, they think just because they're Christian that God's going to provide everything for them. And so I'm the type of person that thinks God can have a lot for you, but you have to actually put in work to get it. I've known what it feels like to be up against a lot of odds, and number one, have the wherewithal to not give up, and two, find a way to get it done. So I'm just like a not compromised person, and I think in Survivor that's going to help me, because a lot of people, they never been on the bottom before in their life, and so when they get there, they have to deal with mentally being there and then find a way to get out the situation. But I do it all the time.
Wait a second. I thought she was on the millennial team.
No, my first thought was, before you even read, was she's going to get along well with the Gen X.
Yeah. Look at her. I mean,
Yeah.
listen to her, and she's talking like a Gen Xer.
She sounds like Chris. With the life she's gone through, and yeah.
You know, she's the whole you got to work for what you get and stuff like that.
So without you even reading what you're going to read, if she has the patience to live to deal with the millennials, if she can get to the Gen Xers, I think she'll be fine.
Yeah. Ooh.
Of course, I'm stereotyping the millennials by saying she's going to need patience to deal with them.
Yeah. I don't know. And her personality, just right off the bat, just listening to her and everything, it's like she's going to attract people, you know? Just like looking at Zeke. Zeke's going to be like, I like you. You know? All right, so she's 25 years old. She's a millennial from Fort Worth, Texas, my old stomping grounds. She's a vacation club sales. And you know what that means. You don't want to talk to her.
Right. Because you'll be lighter in the pocket by the time you leave.
I'm going to give you 5 free shows while you're on vacation. All you have to do is come listen to a short 2-hour presentation.
Right. But the 2 hours is just the presentation. That's not the tour. Then you got the 4-hour tour.
Millennial. To be a millennial is to resonate with the idea that I can design my own life. It is the notion that I should have the desires of my heart, not because I am entitled to them, but because God granted me the ability to attain them. Boy, where's my applause button? Applause. Being a millennial means that I am bold enough to state a want and stubborn enough to work for it despite obstacles and the opinions of others. It means that my journey is only a failure if I stop moving forward. You know what that answer sounds to me like? Not what does it mean to be a millennial, but what does it mean to, just be a well-rounded person?
Yeah.
So, personal claim to fame, paying off my student loan debt is the crowning achievement of my 20s thus far. As a low-income student at a pricey suburban university, I worked 2 to 3 jobs the majority of my college career, had very little fun, and made every decision based on money. When I graduated and began working as an admission counselor, I kept my expenses low by eating peanut butter and jelly for lunch, denying myself cable and internet, sticking to my flip phone, and driving my 1992 Honda Accord. After years of being teased for my frugal ways, I got the last laugh when I paid off $31,000 in loans at the age of 23. I like this girl. She is a hard worker.
She is. And the way she talks, it sounds like she's going to be good at confessionals too.
Yeah, and she's got the personality. Woo!
Where's my star button?
Yeah. Where's my little like?
Starting to notate a little some of the Dave tribe.
You might be drafted onto the Latu tribe, which I can't even pronounce my own tribe name. Hobbies: traveling, eating, and cuddling. Now that's an odd hobby.
She had me at eating.
Yeah, really. Pet peeves: when incompetent people try to instruct me. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. I hate that too, but that's going to be okay. So let's just imagine that she is annoyed by Jay, right? And he tries to tell her how to build something. She's going to have trouble with that.
Yes.
Not that he's incompetent, but if she sees him that way. When people do things inefficiently or wrong, when I lose, when other people make me lose. Oh my gosh, David.
Ultra competitive.
These are something she's going to have to control while she's out there.
Oh, yes. Well, that's what this category is for.
Yes.
Stuff to make them look like they're going to have a problem.
Yeah. 3 words to describe you: intelligent, fun, and competitive. I like her a lot. Michaela. I like her, David.
Yeah, I'd say like.
Right.
I like her for my confessional team. I like the way she talks. I like the way she wrote her answers.
Yeah. I like the way you talk. All right, here we go. Ken McNichol.
I'm Ken, I'm 33, and I'm a model. I've never been the type to sit in one place for too long. It was difficult when I was a kid to stay in my seat. I'm curious about life, and I want to experience as much of it as I can. I remember in the Bible growing up, hearing the word as a hedonist, as this bad thing, as this thing of, you're an evil person, you're right there with the devil if you're a hedonist. There's nothing wrong with hedonism, wanting to enjoy life and all of the pleasures, whether simple or grand. And honestly, it's the simple pleasures I seem to enjoy the most. I went off the grid when I went to Hawaii. I lived, via solar panel, water catchment, composting toilet systems, all of that for about 5.5 years. I never thought I would leave the island and that style of living. And then it took a 4.5-year-old little girl finding out that I had a daughter to pull me back. And I always kind of said maybe the love of my life could get me to leave. And the love of my life is my daughter. I've never loved anyone or anything half as much as her. Having to explain to her that I had to be gone for 6 weeks was hard, and seeing tears come into her eyes made it really, really difficult. But when I explained to her that by leaving I've got a chance to do something really big that could really benefit she and I and help us to do some things that we've been wanting to do, when one of the first things out of her mouth was, "You mean maybe we can even help more homeless?" Ripped my heart open, but in the absolute best way as a father. But dating's so different now as a single dad. Anybody who I bring into my world now has got to be someone I can introduce my daughter to and someone that's willing to stick around. So the one night stands, the flings, all that kind of stuff, it's a thing of the past.
All those hedonistic things are things of the past.
This is why we need these video clips for this, because that video clip changed my impression of him completely.
Yo, Adrian.
Well, no, nothing ages you faster than a child. So, I mean, his life is obviously going. Oh no, not this. No. But he's 33. So immediately, 5 people in my age thing has already changed. It's not 35 and up. It's at least 33 and up. So, Ken McNichol from he's on the Gen X tribe, which is the older tribe. His occupation is a model. What it means to be a Gen Xer: it's a generation of hard workers who are on the cusp of some incredible social, political, and technological shifts. We are competent and capable in the new world, yet are happy outside, disconnected from our devices. He talks like he's older than 33.
Yeah, he does.
The personal claim to fame is the development of my nonprofit, Humane Kind.
That's the daughter's comment about homeless.
Right. That's his passion. His hobbies are anything outdoors, hiking, camping, and fishing, music playing and watching, and dancing. Pet peeves are superficial connections and communication. 3 words to describe him are driven, mindful, and perceptive. Wow, that audio clip boosted his stock in my impression.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. I like the way he talked. I haven't heard or listened to anything. And one of the pictures he took, he's like this, the beach picture. He's got that look of the selfie. He's got the selfie face look.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness. But listening to him, he sounds more mature than his years or than his look. So when I first saw him, I thought he was a millennial. So he's a Gen Xer. So I like him.
But because of that, I'm on not sure yet. I like some of the things he says. But looking at him in this tribe, I don't know. Let's see.
See, I get your point exactly, because I think he'd be one of the first ones that could connect to the millennials.
Yeah, true. Which, I mean, let's all be honest. The whole millennial versus Gen X is going to last, what, 3, maybe 4 episodes?
I hope it's longer than that. Don't do that to us.
Well,
let it run.
It is just going to be Survivor. However, they've pushed millennial and Gen X on us so much that they will, the players will carry that into the game. However, some of the millennials might take someone like Ken and pull them into them, just like some of the Gen Xers may take Michaela and, connect with her.
That's what I'm saying. Because of his age, he could be the one pulled into, if they have the numbers, because by the time they do mix, they're going to be so anti-Gen X, or they could be anti-Gen X, that he'd be a candidate to pull into their group.
All right, let's meet Adam Klein.
My name is Adam Klein. I'm 25 years old. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I do strategic planning for a large homeless shelter nonprofit. I don't know what my IQ is, but I am very smart. I'd like to imagine that I'm one of the smarter people out here. I graduated Phi Beta Kappa at the very top of my class from Stanford University. I was voted biggest nerd in high school, but also life of the party. So working in the nonprofit world, you know, I'm not necessarily getting paid as much as I would if I went into consulting or finance or something like that. But every day, at the end of the day, I feel like I've done something really meaningful. And I hope that's something that maybe having me on the show, maybe more people will leave college and think, you know, I don't need to immediately go and make a boatload of money. You know, I can do something that is meaningful now. We've had some health issues in my family, and my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer about 7 months ago, and so that has completely turned my world upside down. And there's a lot of fear and unpredictability in my life right now, especially being out here and not knowing what's going on at home. It's terrifying. It's crazy to have the biggest dream of my life come true while also the worst nightmare I could possibly imagine. I don't know that there's ever been anyone who's come into this game that has more motivation than I do to do well. You know, it's not just about me winning the game for myself. I am out here because I want to bring as much joy to my family as possible. The more episodes that I get to watch with my mom, the more we win as a family. I want to be able to sit at the finale, get those votes, you know, win the $1 million and hand the check to my mom in the audience. Like, that's the dream.
I like him.
This is Ken's brother from another tribe.
Golly, I like him.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. He went from nerd, which we've seen nerds, to life of the party, which takes on a whole new social connotation in Survivor.
Yeah.
That's somebody that's liked.
A fun personality. I mean, just his voice alone has this energy in it that's going to draw people to him.
But see, that's what I got from Lucy, from her. As soon as I heard her voice, because I hadn't heard any of these voices, and you've only got a half a second from the cues, but I liked her voice, and I like his too. Like you said, it's got pump to it. It's got like a spike to it. So I like that. But also like that he doesn't need superficial things.
Right.
He can live, you know, off like you said, the nonprofit. He works in a homeless shelter. But go ahead and read what you're going to read.
Well, I'm also looking, you know, already he and Michaela, you know, both fun,
mature beyond their years.
All right, 25 years old. He's a millennial from San Francisco, homeless shelter manager. What it means to be a millennial. Millennials believe that in this moment, anything is possible. If you have dreams, go after them. If you want to change the world, change it. I don't believe you have to pay your dues making copies and fetching coffee before you can be successful or before you can make a difference. Work not just harder, but smarter, and make your goals a reality. My dream is to win Survivor, and I'm going to make it happen. Personal claim to fame. As a volunteer, I chaired a Relay for Life event that raised over $135,000 for cancer research and grew in size from about 10 youth participants to over 500. Good job. If any of that money helped save my mom's life, then it is by far my most important accomplishment. Hobbies, board games, poker, browsing the Survivor subreddit, and travel. Oh, probably hates us then. Reddit users are not always big fans of the old D&D. Pet peeves, bullies, long lines, and smokers. I like this guy.
Motivation.
Yeah.
He's got motivation.
Yeah. And you know, at first when he said, you know, no one's probably ever had as much motivation as I do to win this or to get far in this game, I thought he was going to pull the whole my mom's sick card. It's because the longer I'm in this game, the more fun I get to have with my family watching it.
Exactly.
I love that. I like it. All right. All right, David. Woo. Let's hear about, would you have anything else to say about him?
Nope. He's in the like pile.
All right. Let's hear Jessica Lewis.
My name is Jessica, and I'm 37 years old, and I'm an attorney. I grew up on a farm, and I have 3 sisters. I'm the youngest of the 4. If we were part of the 4-H milk dippers, we all showed cows. We did a lot of really fantastic stuff growing up on the farm. I mean, it things that you would never get to experience otherwise. It was a lot of hard lessons, though. Money was always tight. My parents were always working. There was no family vacations. You know, it was dedicated to the farm. It was a dairy farm, and that's what they did. So that was what I came from, and from that I learned to appreciate everything I had, to work extremely hard for whatever I wanted, and to push myself. I'm an assistant district attorney. My specialty are crimes against the elderly. I am what's called the SALT prosecutor. It's seniors and law enforcement together. I've handled a multitude of cases, though. I used to be in the drug unit, which is the street crimes unit to be exact, and handle cases there. I also was in major offense, and I handled robberies and burglaries. And I recently just was given my first homicide. This is the first time in my life that I'm only focusing on Jessica. I've never had an opportunity to do that. I've always had family, I've always had a job, now I have children, I have a husband, so I don't ever have an opportunity to just be me. No outside life interfering with myself. It's really liberating, and so I just want to take in every second of this and enjoy it.
All right, there's Jessica. David, hello? Hello, you're muted.
I know. I clicked it, didn't click.
Oh.
All right, so if you're thirsty or have any errands to run, you might want to go make them because it's just the longest bio.
It's a full page report.
I'm sure you noticed, but the size of the picture on the page determines how long the bio is.
Now, I know you didn't see this video, but man, she's got some muscles right here, man. This girl's fit.
My immediate impression from the audio, I didn't, of course, I'll see it later, but the was that she's really stepping into a drastic experience from what she's been before.
Yeah.
See, she's 37 from Voorheesville, New York. Like she said, assistant district attorney. What it means to be a Gen Xer. My parents were farmers, and they worked harder than anyone I have ever known. There were no vacations, days off, or breaks, no matter the weather, their health, or lack of money. They never gave up. They never stopped. That lesson has never left me. No one will live my life for me. No one is going to give me a break. If I want something, I have to get up and do it, regardless of how I feel or how hard it may be. My life was decided by no one but myself. I saw the struggle my parents endured, and I made a promise to myself to never stop trying to achieve my goal I set out to achieve. Nothing I have was handed to me. I had to earn it, and I continue to do so every day. Personal claim to fame. My accomplishment was long-term, getting into law school, making it through, passing the bar, and excelling as a prosecutor. I did all of this while also getting married and starting a family. Within a 6-year time span, I was married, graduated undergrad, started law school, had my first child, passed the bar, was hired as a prosecutor, and had my second child.
Wow.
I recently had a trial. Yeah, it was wild to say all that in one sentence, too. I recently had a trial in which the jury gave me a round of applause when it was completed. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The presiding judge later told me that he had never seen a prosecutor get a round of applause.
And the defense attorney was not happy about that.
Your Honor,
I declare a mistrial.
Make him stop.
That's not fair.
I object. And he has been on the bench for over 20 years. The judge had never seen the round of applause. That moment was confirmation that the lack of sleep, long hours, hard work, and mental strain were all truly worth enduring. Her hobbies are painting, baking, and photography. Pet peeves are people who blame others for their own misery. 3 words to describe her are unique, unconventional, and intriguing.
I hope she's learned to take vacations, though.
Yeah, I also hope she can learn to allow other people to do some of the work some of the time. I think about Michelle last season, who I think we kind of both agree may not have been the person we would have voted for after seeing the whole season.
Yeah.
But Michelle stepped back many times and let other people step up and do things and make calls, and she rode the wave to get to the end. And I wonder if Jessica can do that. Listening to that audio clip, I just wonder, nobody does anything for her. I do it myself. I get up and do it. So I wonder how that's going to fly.
I'm going to see her as not one of the quiet ones on the trial.
Yes, early on.
Not a quiet one. She's going to give her opinion. And do you hear that? Boom?
I heard that, yes.
Oh, sorry about that, y'all. I guess that's Facebook doing that. So, sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, so that's Jessica. I'm going to give her a to be determined. I'm still not sure about her.
I don't like the word dislike. because it sounds personal. I would say my initial thought on her chances are probably not as good as some others.
All right. Now, next is going to be Figgy, and between her and Michelle, the only way I could tell them apart on this cast picture was I had to do a close-up, and Figgy has a thinner nose. And that is how I figured out who Figgy was on the Millennials group picture. So here we go. Figgy.
My name's Figgy. I'm 23 years old. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I serve and bartend. My last name's Figueroa. It has every vowel in it. So I like the little quirky things like that to tell people. But being half Puerto Rican, I'm feisty. You get a little bit of a spice from me, and you never know what you're going to get. Kind of like Forrest Gump, box of chocolates, and that's real life Figgy. Figgy came about just ever since I was little in sports. My last name being Figueroa, Figgy kind of just stuck. So I don't even know who Jess is anymore. I think a lot of people, when they see me from the get-go, they think I'm just a pretty face. No, I'm witty, I'm smart, and I have more than just beauty. I got brains and I'm athletic. I grew up playing 4 sports, and if you don't take the time to get to know that, you wouldn't know I played softball, volleyball, basketball, and tennis. So for people that, just see me as, oh, it's just another girl, they're going to see a lot more than just that. I love boxing. One of my best friends back in Nashville, she owns a boxing club. So I'll go and get a really good workout 3 to 4 times a week. I love my trainers there. It's just a good way to get aggression out. People piss me off, I can just take it out on a punching bag. I don't have any secrets. I put all my cards on the table. Everybody will know everything about me, which could be annoying and a really good thing. I don't know. I'm an open book, and people can ask me anything at any time. I will keep it 100 all the time. If I end up finding a husband because I am single, well, we're not using my money that I win to buy my ring.
Oh, man, can't you just see her so far? Her and Adam and Michaela, and just looking at Zeke, and probably Michelle getting along really well on this tribe.
Oh, yeah, especially if she's athletic.
Oh,
that's a big boost.
Yeah, I already like her. So, Figaro, age 23. She's from Nashville, Tennessee, just less than an hour and a half from me. She's a bartender. What does it mean to be a millennial? Being a millennial means being blessed with an innovative and creative mind, and the world at my fingertips. It's all there. I just have to make it happen. I work hard for where I want to be and for everything I have. That's a line straight out of the Gen Xers. They say the same thing. Millennials get stuff done and work hard while throwing a good snap in our stories every now and again. Personal claim to fame, moving to Nashville and standing on my own 2 feet at a vulnerable moment in my life. Now, there's probably a lot more to that story.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That has probably made her a very strong person. I'm just saying. Leaving all that you know for a city of unfamiliarity? Question mark. Scary. That's why I'm ready for a bigger challenge. Survivor is the ultimate challenge. Hobbies, kayaking, videography, and watching football. Wow, the guys are going to like her.
Yep. The guys like football.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, she's kind of a, like she said, she likes boxing, and she's kind of an outdoorsy, tomboyish type of girl. Pet peeves: when people are lazy and expect things to just happen. That's not what life is about. Get up and fight. 3 words to describe you: adventurous, free spirit, and crowd pleaser.
Crowd pleaser is good for Survivor.
Yeah, I don't think she means like I want to please everybody. I think she means that her personality is pleasing to people. That's what I think she means by that.
I think she makes a lot of friends.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she gets to know everybody, yeah.
All right. We like you, Figgy.
Yep.
Figgy. All right, David, let's listen to David Wright. Hey, David, you should like this guy. What you think?
Already do.
All right.
My name's David. I'm 42 years old, and I'm a TV writer. I grew up in suburban Philadelphia. You know, it was just this tiny little neighborhood, and you know, my entire world was basically just the alleyway between my house and my best friend's house. It was a happy childhood. I was bullied though, but I've always been optimistic, and I always stood up for myself. So yeah, every year was like a new bully and a new girl that I had a crush on. And sometimes they were the same. Survivor is like my favorite thing in the world. It really is. Like, and the fact that I'm even here, I still can't even like get a grasp on. I don't quite believe all of this is happening. I have no idea what I'm doing out here. Like I've been camping once in my life, 21 years ago, and some raccoons invaded our camp and stole our stuff. And that was the last time I went out to the woods. There is nothing that I've gone through in my life that compares at all to Survivor. Everything in Survivor I try to avoid. I mean, you know, the physical stuff, the going outside, I hate the sun, and the social aspect. I avoid going out to the bars. I avoid, like, you know, meeting large groups of people, especially 19 other strangers. Like, I get anxiety when I go to, like, on my way to a party. I get anxiety when I'm showering to go to that party. Like, it's just none of this is anything that I'm comfortable with or would normally enjoy, but because I love the game so much, I'm just all in. I need to get rid of my self-doubt. I need to get rid of my lack of confidence. And I think this experience can really, maybe not completely get rid of it, you know, not surgically remove it, but maybe give me a skill set where I can manage those things much better than I do in my real life.
Completely different attitude going into Survivor than some of these other people we've listened to. That at the end of this one, you hear wah wah wah.
You.
That's
Oh no, David.
Well, I mean, I'm coming to Survivor to have a new experience. Who said that after they left for a medical evac or something?
He's another Cochran.
Yeah, but how many times it took Cochran 2 turns, right?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
So. And Cochran figured it out late, and he could.
He's almost kind of like, I almost kind of see him as a fishback out there too. You know, like not really being able to do, kind of awkward.
Yeah, he's 42. Yeah, very awkward. That's a good. I see what you mean. That's a good point. He's from California via Pennsylvania. He's a television writer, like you said. Gen Xers believe in hard work, earning their rewards, and eating breakfast. Why does no one eat breakfast anymore?
I don't know.
I do, because I got to work at 6. So, personal claim to fame is playing chess against Magnus Carlsen, the #1 ranked player in the world.
Wow.
I guess he didn't beat him because he didn't mention beating him. He only mentioned playing him.
#1 claim to fame, I sat at the table.
I moved 4 pieces before he beat me.
Yeah.
His hobbies are 3D printing puzzles.
Wow. Yeah.
Pet peeves, sudden loud noises, people who don't use a turn signal, sudden loud noises. This is what happens when you don't pre-read any of these bios. I've never seen that before.
Whoa. Okay.
People who don't use a turn signal, people who believe in ghosts and psychics, people who are late for dinner. I just like that one too. People who incorrectly use the word nonplussed in people. Maybe that's typed wrong, but it just says people. It might be right, because his 3 words to describe him are OCD, nervous, and paranoid. You're right. This is Cochran. Could be Cochran 2.0.
Oh my gosh! I mean, there's not a guy on this tribe that he's gonna have anything in common with.
Hopefully, we got more people to listen to, but he's a little guy too. Looking at the beach picture.
Whenever you watch this video, they have these people doing some of the stupidest things on these videos.
Yeah.
Just prepare yourself. I don't really have him going long in the game.
That's my early impression too.
I mean, okay, let me put it this way. If his tribe starts to lose, he's going to be early. If his tribe is winning, then he may, that totally changes things.
And if there's puzzles in the first few challenges, and they win, he's in.
Yeah. If there's a quick, make a 3D version of this rock, they got it.
That's right. He's their man.
That's right. All right, let's meet Will Wall.
My name is Will. I'm an 18-year-old high school student from Long Valley, New Jersey. I'm actually the youngest person to ever play Survivor. I'm going to be graduating high school this June, so graduating on time, and we'll be attending college this fall. Basically, I told the people there that I'm leaving for Survivor, and they're like, just don't get hurt and come back safely. Being the youngest player can only help me in this game, because it'll take the target off of my back. People won't think of me as a threat. People will underestimate me. They won't think of me as a real contender to win this game. And by the time that they realize that I am a contender, it'll be too late. They'll be voted out of this game. My whole motto is, when it comes to the morals, I'll pray for forgiveness later. I'm going to play this game as, I guess you could say, bad as possible, manipulating people. I love the satisfaction of knowing that you got one over on somebody. However, I will use Christianity and religion to help build bonds with people. If somebody else is a Christian, I will certainly use that connection in order to advance myself farther in the game. At stake here for me is the pride of winning this game and the title, especially because so many people say that teenagers and young people shouldn't be on this game, or are too young and don't have enough experience to play this game. I want to prove that I do have enough experience, even in my short amount of time of living on this earth.
Okay, so if you were to show me the picture on the beach and say, listen to this voice and tell me who this voice belongs to, I would not pick Will.
No.
Is he going on a bass singing scholarship or something? Good gracious.
Got a really good voice.
Really does.
Oh, this is an example of young guy with, big dreams, aspirations, but he doesn't know what's about to hit him. That's what I think.
I look at him and I think Carter from Philippines.
I guess.
But he sounds quite a bit smarter.
I don't know though. Okay. I mean, he is going to use commonalities like Christianity or other things that are common to make bonds, which is good. But he also said he was going to, be the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway. 18, millennial, Long Valley, New Jersey, high school student. A millennial is creative, resourceful, intelligent, and above all else, adaptable. I could just imagine them saying, what does it mean to be a millennial? And he said, what is millennial? What is that? Do you have a dictionary? And they said, well, a millennial's kind of creative. And, oh, yeah, those things. Personal claim to fame, being the youngest person to ever compete on Survivor. A dream that has finally become a reality.
There you go.
Watching TV is his hobby, mostly Survivor, camping, fishing, and reading news articles. Pet peeves, people who are fake and or stuck up. 3 words to describe you: cunning, adaptable, and, dynamic. I don't know, Will. We'll have to see. You know what? I want Will to prove me wrong. But I don't know that he's going to be up to facing off against these more seasoned in life people.
See, we're paddling the same direction here tonight, because he mentioned if there's a tribe that being young shouldn't be a disadvantage, it should be the Millennials tribe. However, if they get a whiff of how old he is,
he's young for them.
Yes, that could actually be a target. I don't know.
The next one's going to be.
I hope he's as good as he sounds like he should be.
Right. Okay. How old is Bailey?
23.
23. How much has she grown up, matured, gotten more wise in the last 5 years?
You asking me or Terry?
No, you.
I'd say quite a bit. There's still a few holes.
Well, sure, because she's 23, but compared to 18,
world of difference.
It's exponential. And so there you go. We'll see. I hope he proves me wrong. I'd love to see a young guy.
If he is as articulate and interesting as he sounds, he'll be back for a returning season, maybe. If he gets to play long enough and we get to like him.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him play 10 years from now if it lasts that long. I was going to say 10 years, man. We'll be doing this for 10 more years.
I don't know if I want to do this for that long, dude. All right, let's meet Cece.
My name is Ciandra, but I go by Cece. I'm 39 years old. I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, but now I live in Granada Hills, California, and I work in insurance. I work in auto insurance, bodily injury claims, car accidents, so that's my specialty is injuries and physical damage. Kind of had an impoverished lifestyle as my childhood. I still had fun, played with my friends and so forth, but our life was a little bit different. We didn't have like the latest clothes, me and my brother. My mother was a stay-at-home mom, and my stepfather, he was the only income provider at that time. So it was a little bit tough for us. So as soon as I was able to work at 14, I started working and, started buying my own clothes and things of that nature. And I've basically been working since I was 14 years old. Just having that sense of independence growing up, I've always worked hard, and I always instill in my kids, look, nothing's going to be handed to you. If you want something, if you need something, you need to work and go out and get it yourself and not expect someone just to hand it to you. Whatever it is that you're looking for, you have to fight for it. And it may take a couple times, failure, but keep at it. If it's something that you really want to do, go for it. Well, I've been told by my ex that I have multiple personalities. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I know how to read people. Just working in insurance and negotiating with attorneys and different people on the phone, I know how to read people. I know how to adjust depending on who the person is. I know how to be nicer. I know how to be a little meaner. I know how to be a little aggressive. So, I have little layers that I could adjust. So that would help me with reading people and trying to strategize, as well as negotiating my way through the game as well.
David, they had this poor woman running through the woods around trees chasing frogs.
That doesn't surprise me.
And then they've done this with so many of them. There's like a tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they do this. Why are you doing this to these people?
Just set them down on a rock, let them talk.
Yeah, she's 39 years old. Cece's from Granada Hills, California. Excuse me.
She's the second person from California via another state. So I guess they're saying, hey, we don't only take Californians.
Yeah, they were all in California when we recruited them, but
exactly. She's an insurance adjuster. What it means to be a Gen Xer answer is wow. Just thinking about my history, childhood, and past brings me to tears, but also makes me smile. I came from a generation of fighters. The foundation of my family was built on strong women. Yes, my great-grandparents and grandparents and parents were married, but unfortunately, they didn't stay married. During that time, raising children as a single parent can be extremely hard, but the strength that the women of my family showed, their will to never give up, their triumph over sweat and tears shaped me into the woman I am today. We are strong, and most of the women that I grew up with also demonstrate that same strength and willpower. Nothing was handed to us. We worked hard, and if we failed, we tried again. That's the overall mindset of a Gen Xer. Never let your failures keep you down. You only stay a failure if you don't get back up and try again. Personal claim to fame is overcoming adversity and striving to be the best mother I can be to my children by supporting and pushing them to achieve their goals and dreams, while at the same time pushing to achieve my own goals and dreams.
Okay, see, that's one of the differences between a 39-year-old and a 25 or 18-year-old or a 29-year-old.
Right.
I mean, that's a huge difference. The fact that you've raised kids and learned with them and helping them, it makes a world of difference. Go ahead. Sorry.
Sure. Let's see. Her hobbies are writing, hiking, working out, and watching reality shows. Pet peeves: people who can't drive in traffic and people who cough and sneeze without covering their mouths.
Well, that's the truth.
Yeah. In 3 words.
No, the person next to you sneezed.
3 words to describe you: outgoing, strong-minded, and goal setter. The first thing I did while listening to the audio track was I went and pulled up the picture of the tribe and I said, who's got a silver spoon? Because CC and Chris and Ken are not going to deal with people with silver spoons lives, because they've all gone off the grid. They've lived from a trailer. They live with impoverished. I mean, that's 3 people who have worked for everything they have to get where they've gotten. And if that bonds them together, what might not bond them together are personalities. And that's what I wonder about CC. If she fits in with the right people, she's good. Strong-minded can be a detriment on Survivor. So
she's got some awesome pants, though, man. Some rocking pants.
Yeah. Right now, I'm to be determined. I'm not sure.
I have a feeling that once she's out there, she's going to. Gosh, I don't know why I even think this. That you know how perky she is on the video. I don't think that's going to be her out on the island.
No, I don't know how perky she is in the video. I didn't see the video.
Well, you know how she sounds perky.
Yeah.
I just kind of have a feeling that she's going to be like, okay, I'm done with this.
And see that's the difference between her and Will, or actually her and Adam. Adam was ready to go. It's not, and even Will was ready to start manipulating, and where, like you said, you just wonder if it's going to stay.
All right, David. Let's move on. What did I do? Oh, there we go. Now we're going to meet Michelle. Here we go.
My name is Michelle. I'm from Yakima, Washington. I'm 28 years old. I am a missionary for a Bible translation organization. My dad is a preacher. I grew up in church, though maybe was a little bit rebellious until about maybe 4 years ago. I was granted true repentance and faith. Studying and understanding the Bible, specifically the Old Testament, is what changed my life. Because of my faith, I don't have to leave everybody at home. You know, all the other contestants had to leave their friends and family who they talk to every day at home. I talk to a spiritual being every day, so I didn't have to leave him anywhere. He's here with me 24/7. He also gives me joy and peace that I think will be an advantage in the game. I do have one secret coming out here. I do have a boyfriend, but according to the rest of the island, I do not. I think the flirt card can be an advantage for sure. You look through the Bible and, you know, Samson, the strongest man to ever live. Solomon, the wisest man to ever live. And then David, the great king of Israel. They all had the same downfall, which was women. And I hope to be someone's downfall.
I love that. I hope to be someone's downfall.
That's a strategy.
She's going to flirt a lot. That will work if she doesn't, like, always talk about her relationship with God, right?
Right.
So in the game of Survivor, that would not help her. But if you've noticed on several videos, they've brought this out a little bit. And they've kind of exposed it, so I have a feeling it may play a part, maybe not with her specifically. But I think there may be like a group that kind of realize, hey, we have a connection, and they're going to bond over that.
That was the first comment coming from my mouth, was that they keep bringing this up. It keeps coming up in confessionals.
Which will also make, you know, people like Ken, who's, you know, proclaimed hedonist and loves it, he's not going to go for that.
Now, of course, she's also a missionary recruiter. So, I mean, that's kind of what she does. So you can't not talk about it with what she does.
I wonder if she, well, I don't know. She said a Bible. Did she say Bible translation?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Sponsored the entire New Testament being translated to a language that had never had the Bible. I wonder if she was involved in that. I don't know. All right, so age 28, she's from Yakima, Washington. Occupation, missionary recruiter. What it means to be a millennial. Being a millennial means I can think outside the box. It means I won't settle for mediocrity, but rather strive for the best outcome. It also means that I know what a hashtag is and how to fix just about anything using YouTube or Google. Finally, someone who knows what a millennial is. Because that is a big difference between people 30-something and younger and people like 50-something and older.
Yeah.
Not me. I use Google and YouTube all the time. But one of the big differences is they understand social media and they understand the advantage of the internet more so than, you know, generically speaking, older.
Yeah.
So anyway, personal claim to fame. I'm multinational. I always think that's funny whenever people's personal claim to fame, they had nothing to do with it.
I remember that from last time.
You know? I am a human.
My personal claim to
fame.
My personal claim to fame is I was born on a boat.
Yes.
You did nothing to be born on a boat.
My personal claim to fame is I have a thumb that I use. All right, I'm multinational. My father is from Switzerland and my mother is from Jamaica. I'm a Swiss citizen. Hobbies. I'm sorry, that's just, how is that a claim to fame? That's not a claim to fame. That's just a neat thing about you.
claim to fame would be translating the Bible.
Yes, claim to fame. I helped translate the Bible to a language that had never had the Bible before. Something like that.
If we ever have her on the show, we'll ask her about her claim to fame.
No, come on now. Hobbies. I love learning and reading and dancing. I seek beauty, adventure, and adrenaline. I like nature, exploring, rock climbing, slacklining, and is it Catan expansions? Catan?
Yeah, I think it's Catan.
I also study dragons and the stars. All right. Pet peeves. Windshield on a dry window. Nice. 3 words to describe you. Hungry, hungry hippo. This girl's got a personality on her.
Yep.
So if she can, for the sake of the game, tone down the, I know y'all are all missing your family, but I'm not missing anybody because he's right here with me, which may be true, but don't play that up because they're not going to, they're not going to understand that. They're not going to buy into that. But if she can do what she's saying with the personality and everything, I think she might do well.
If she can do the flirt card.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she does the flirt card, she won't be doing the God card.
I like her.
Or she could do both.
I think they're showing us all this religion stuff because there is going to be a group of people, like we've already said. That.
Yeah. I like the personality as well, fitting in. And she does seem smart, mature for her age.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah. Season 35. Christians, atheists.
Oh, boy.
If that happens, we're not podcasting about this. I don't have anything to do with that. Season number 36, Trump supporters, Hillary supporters. And then they do a tribe swap and have Gary Johnson supporters. And they're all crazy. All right. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. You know it's bad, and I'm not even going to tell you which way I'm leaning because I don't like any of them. But it's it's bad when you're watching the other side's commercial and you agree with everything they say.
I'm so confused.
It's like, you're right. That person is an idiot. Ah! All right, here we go. Okay, I'm without even this guy, it's going to be fun.
Yep.
This guy, Paul, am I wrong? Is he going to be fun or not?
I love him already because he's got the shortest bio of the whole thing.
Well, he's going to be their Dan Foley / older fun guy. Here we go.
My name is Paul Wachter. I'm 52 years old. I'm a marine mechanic and the singer in a rock band. My band is a cover rock band. You name it, we play it. We do 74 songs in a 4-hour set with no breaks. Just decided after lots of stress in 2 companies that my wife and I were going to change our styles a little bit, and we sold our businesses, sold our house, bought a motorhome, moved into the motorhome, took our kids out of school in the 1st grade, and homeschooled them for the next 5 years as we travel the country. We're like a real Brady Bunch with long hair, tattoos, Harleys. I'm a treasure hunter too. I say a treasure hunter, not like the Mel Fisher Foundation treasure hunters. I'm a pirate hunter. Me and my kids, we hunt tourist spots where you're allowed. We have underwater metal detectors. We wait for all the kids from MTV to go back after spring break, and we pick up all their little watches. Most people, they meet me, and I'm a big, intimidating guy. I sing on a stage. When I come off the stage with a microphone and I walk right up to you, it's like Santa Claus for the first time. It's a big guy, and I look like that guy. But I'm really not that guy. I'm a big teddy bear. I like to meet people. I love to work with people, and I am a people person. Getting me to shut up is the hardest thing to do. If you close me off and shut me down, I can't breathe. I just can't breathe. And whenever I'm reprimanded, hey, stop talking, I say, okay, stop breathing. And for me, that's what it's like. I don't come from the era where everybody gets a trophy. These kids come from an era where, everybody comes home from the softball game and everybody won. We're all going for pizza. That's not for me.
I love it. Well, you hit this guy nail on the head. This is Dan Foley's brother from another mother. My goodness. Wow. I mean, he's got Dan written all over him as far as everything he said about. Did he say 74 songs in a 4-hour set?
Dude.
Does he do only one verse from each song, or that's a lot of
Guy's
songs?
got energy out the wazoo, man. He's got energy. Oh man. Now he may be a little better with people than poor Dan was. You know, Dan has a tendency to put his foot in his mouth. I don't know if Paul's going to put his foot in his mouth.
Well, neither one of us drink, but I would love to go out and hang out with this guy. This guy sounds
water, Diet Dr. Pepper.
Well, not the way people think when they say drink, but you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. He just sounds fun. I would love to talk to this guy.
I would go hang out with him. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, what a fun guy, and I'd love to sing with him.
And yeah, I think Chris is going to like him. Chris talked about locking eyes already, and he's very likable. And if you look at the beach picture and then look at this picture, he's already got a sunburn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, but he's a boat guy. He's a boat mechanic. He works outside anyway.
Oh, I like him. He may be one of my favorites.
Let me read his 10-word bio.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Aren't you glad we did videos though?
Yes, I like the track.
Videos on our Who the Heck Are These People?
You can add a tone or a voice to their face. And let's see, he's a boat mechanic, like you said. What it means to be a Gen Xer in 7 words: someone who never received a participation. Oh,
wow!
So what it means: someone who never received a participation award.
Even though you couldn't say it, we're still going to give you an award for trying.
Oh,
just because you showed up, you get to put this little plaque on your wall.
Just because I spit that word out 3 times.
I love your hat. I am so jealous.
Personal claim to fame: being a father to 3 beautiful children. That is a claim, because being a parent.
He actually had something to do with that.
Hobbies. Stop. We still like you, Michelle. We just his hobbies include singing in a rock band, which I'd love to hear. I love his voice, treasure hunting, and spearfishing. I'm telling you, this guy's got stories.
Treasure hunting. Don't you know that? What a great idea. Wait for all those teenagers and
that was so funny
to leave and just go behind them and rake up all the
money. Bye bye. Thank you. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
you know, Paul's hobby shop or Paul's pawn shop. Come buy all the watches.
Yeah. That's why he homeschooled, so that they could,
Yeah.
Okay, kids, your spring break is the next 4 weeks.
Field trip to the beach. His pet peeves are whiners and slackers.
Yeah, but I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, 3 words to describe him are intimidating, methodical, and confident. I think when somebody spends 5 minutes with him and sees he's a teddy bear, they're going to like him.
See, I don't think he's going to get as annoyed with people. I think he's going to be more laid back.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Boom.
That's another confessional person right there.
Woo!
I like the way he talks.
Man, I love these Who the Heck Are These People shows. Love them. All right. Next, we have Taylor Lee Stocker.
My name is Taylor. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a snowboard instructor. When I became a freshman in high school, then my buddy was like, dude, we can get a job up there because no one else wants to do it, and it's freezing cold, and they'll hire like 16-year-olds. So I did that, and they called it a cadet, and then the next year I was actually hired on, and I've kind of just jumped from mountain to mountain since then. Growing up, I was raised with the mentality that I could do whatever I wanted. My parents are like, there's no limit to what you can do if you put your mind to it and you put the work into it. And they're not saying it's going to be easy, but you can do whatever you want. And so that's part of the reason kind of why I'm in this situation right now. I'm definitely a free spirit. I kind of go where the wind blows. I'll try just about any job once, and if I don't like it, then I just kind of end it there. But I'm up for a great challenge. Just another reason why I want to do this. If I wasn't going on here, I would probably be in Alaska right now trying to do fishing, and that was kind of my next thing that I really wanted to try, just because it sounds so insane. I look at things in a different perspective. If I see like a log or a stump, I don't see just something boring. I see something that I can do a backflip off of, or something crazy like that. And I'm ultra spontaneous, which it's kind of, you know, like some people would say the grass is greener on the other side is like a negative thing to do. But for me, it always is greener on the other side because I enjoy jumping from new things. I love learning new things. And on top of that, I'm super social. And so I get to meet all different kinds of people. And I love it.
All right, he will officially be the person on the most alliances.
Yeah. And it's a good thing he's on the Millennials because the Gen Xers would grind him up.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
I like his energy.
Yeah.
But he's definitely, I mean, he's a there's nothing I can't handle. So he's going to be good in challenges. He's not afraid of anything, you know.
And you're right. Yeah, you're right. Socially, he's going to be everybody's friend.
Yeah. And he's going to want to try everything. I mean, he's going to be the one that goes, "Hey, I'll do it." I mean, they're going to go to Alaska and try fishing. You know, I've seen enough Deadliest Catch to know I don't want to be on one of those boats. You know?
Yep.
All right, he's 24 years old from Post Falls, Idaho, via Spokane, Washington. He's a ski instructor. What does it mean to be a millennial, Taylor? Well, come on, man. We are open-minded, liberal, self-expressive, upbeat, connected, tech-savvy, and we invented the words sicky, sicky, nar, nar, ratchet, clutch, bay, and LOL. I love my generation. We are all around epic. Well, there you go. That sounds like a millennial.
Yep.
Yeah. Personal claim to fame, learning to play the guitar. Not many people keep their passions. Okay. Hobbies, playing music, brewing beer, and snowboarding. Pet peeves, wobbly tables. People not cleaning up their dog's poop. Loud chewing, slow walkers, selfies, forms without enough space for answers.
That's a first.
Some of these things you got to really sit down and think about.
It would be funny if that last line said forms without enough space for.
Yes, that would have been fun. I actually predict that on this one there wasn't enough space, and so he wrote that on the end of it.
Oh, he was spontaneous.
Yeah, he was being spontaneous and kind of funny. 3 words to describe you: spontaneous, inventive, and a thinker. Well, I think he's going to last a little while. If for no other reason, he's going to do well in challenges, and people are going to like his personality.
Mm-hmm.
You have anything else to say about old Taylor?
I have to wait till I watch the video. I want to. It's gonna. I think it's going to depend on circumstance, but yeah, we'll see.
All right. Next, we have Rachel. Where's Rachel? Here she is.
My name is Rachel Aco. I'm 37 years old, and I'm a recruiting director and a book author. I don't know, I like to do something new every day. I actually have this goal where you should try and do something that you're afraid of every single day. I think sexiness comes from within. I think it's how you carry yourself. It's in here like a little tiger. I can pull it out, and I attempt not to pull it out because if I do, it's a little much. Yeah, I did model for Playboy in the past. I was a Playboy model on Playboy TV. I think I'll be fine in a bikini. Is that a little too much clothes? Maybe. So I'm actually a best-selling book author. I co-authored a book with 8 other great people, and the title is called Rise, and the subtitle is called True Stories of Triumph in the Face of Adversity. And we wrote about, you know, our biggest pitfalls or adversities we've had in our life and how we used it as a catalyst for growth, and we wrote it in order to help people. We're not allowed to talk as a group right now, so I'm really only going by first impressions. However, I'm sure everyone are good people. One just kind of seems like a flat-out jerk, and I didn't think I would say that on this island. Like, I really am like one of those people like, everyone's good, and I think everybody's doing their best. And I have been like that and really felt that way, that everyone's great people. But yesterday I just saw a side of him that I'm like, no, I think there's evidence here.
Okay, did you read the message I sent you?
I did. I did.
How did you not laugh when you read that?
Because I just read it and laughed. It took me a second to read it.
I can't tell y'all what I texted. But...
No.
All right. Inappropriate. I just don't want to. Share what I texted. All right.
Her current residence is Los Angeles, originally from Honolulu, Hawaii. So she could have a connection with Ken. He's also been in Hawaii. What does it mean to be a Gen Xer? We used to be viewed.
She's gonna have a connection with a lot of the guys.
I was gonna say, yes, that's a good point.
They're gonna be like, don't I know you?
About so many years ago for a book. Yes, I wrote a book. Oh, that's right, you wrote a book.
Talk about awkward for the poor guy that like runs into that situation. I know I've seen you before. I just couldn't remember.
Oh no, I haven't. Honey, let's go.
No. All right, go ahead, sir.
We used to be viewed as the slackers until millennials came along. Kidding. Gen Xers are hard workers. However, I value what every generation brings to the table. So she's a kidder. Personal claim to fame, sharing my raw story of the tragedies I've been through in a book in order to help others. Also, I was scared to because I was so vulnerable.
Oh, he said, although I was scared to.
Oh, her hobbies are dancing, traveling, and high ropes, high adventure activities. Pet peeves, I guess I would say bad manners. 3 words to describe her are energetic, authentic, and fun.
So she doesn't really have any pet peeves.
No.
Not if you just, well, I guess bad manners. I mean,
right. It's like she hadn't thought about that.
Let's see. Let's look at her tribe here. Where is she? This should be interesting. Well, Chris and Paul and Brett will all be like, I know you. And so
you can't say that.
So they may connect with her. I don't know.
Oh, you get in trouble. Okay.
I don't know. I like her personality though. She seems to be a fun person. So, and if she really is as laid back as it seems, then she may do well. She may kind of be one of those under the radar people, you know.
She could be one of those that gets by if they lose, if somebody else, you're right, like you said, jumps on the radar.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking she's an under the radar person. So I'm thinking she has potential to do well. Yes, she does. All right. And it's time for Hannah Shapiro.
My name's Hannah Shapiro. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a writer barista from Boston. So I'm originally from Brookline, Massachusetts, which is this small town right outside of Boston, and it's super liberal and super Jewish. Like my high school did Romeo and Juliet with 2 guys, and the Westboro Baptist Church came and like protested our school. Well, I'm scared of a lot of things. Like I'm scared of the dark and like bugs. I'm more scared of the bigger existential things, like any neurotic Jew, death, like human loneliness, like is there something after we die? I've been obsessed with Survivor since I was 14. My friend and I would watch it, and we would, when the survivors were hungry and eating worms and stuff, we would mash up Oreos and put like gummy worms in it, and then we'd eat fancy dinners when they were on rewards. I mean, we were obsessed. I tend to like and gravitate towards weird and odder people. There's the girl that has pink hair and shaved sides, which I just think it takes a lot of confidence to like rock pink hair and shaved sides. I know that I'm awkward. I know I have a big nose. Like, I mean, anything you could say about me, you know, I feel like I can laugh about myself about most things. My approach is to see, no matter if I feel like I can relate to someone or not, to try to find a way to make them feel at ease and disarm them by making fun of myself or complimenting them, whatever it takes. Like, I try to look intense and I end up just looking goofy. Like, if I'm like, like it just doesn't work. But I'm happy to be goofy and silly and charming. Well, I don't know want to call myself charming. I don't think that was so weird. I never want to be a person that's like, I'm charming.
Oh my gosh, she's neurotic. There was not a breath in that entire interview.
That's why we couldn't laugh too much, because we didn't want to miss what she was going to say next.
You know what made me laugh out loud whenever I interrupted the video with my laughing? When she said, things scare me like neurotic Jews. It's like, oh my gosh. That's oh, wow. Oh, she is hilarious. And you know what? She might just be odd enough that they love her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she won't be the odd that they're kind of like, we don't want you around. She may be the kind of odd that they like having around, you know, if they consider her odd. So, but generally, people as bubbly and neurotic as she's acting, you know, they're not your quote unquote norm So 24 West Hollywood, California, via Brookline, Massachusetts. She's a barista. And didn't she say she was a writer also, an author?
I know Rachel was. I don't remember her saying that.
She said that. What it means to be a millennial. Being a millennial means being hip and cool and nifty and totally rad. Really, because totally rad was from when I was in 8th grade. So I don't quite get that. Go, young people. I'm not secretly an 80-year-old neurotic Jewish lady. I don't know what you're talking about. Lover. Personal claim to fame. I was Ben Franklin in my 8th grade production of 1776. I sang out of tune and people clapped, and it was an electric moment of fame. Wow. See, I think she's being tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
I think she's awesome. Skiing hobbies are skiing, scuba diving, eating. I can hula hoop and walk at the same time. By the way, eating as a hobby is very dangerous. Take it from me. What do you want to do today? Oh, I don't know. Let's go eat KFC for fun.
Yeah, and then we'll go find someplace to eat.
Yeah.
Then we can go get a bite somewhere. Yeah.
Pet peeves. Oh, by the way, and on our way home, we can stop by the donut shop and see if they got any curlers or.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? Let's eat smaller and let's have 24 donut holes instead.
There you go.
A pet peeve of mine is someone who likes to kill people.
And I love the fact in her picture she's smiling because she knows we're laughing. I love that. She's smiling and it's like, you're laughing, aren't you?
My pet peeve is people that kill people.
My pet peeves are serial killers. I don't understand why they do what they do, but I don't like that they do what they do.
Not sure why she says that's just a pet peeve of mine. Oh my gosh.
Keep going.
Also, people who stick their gum on public benches or fart in small elevators. Oh my gosh, I love this woman. Hannah, come see me. Let's go to lunch. Oh my gosh. 3 words to describe you: nerdy, competitive, and weird. Oh my goodness, she may be my absolute favorite of all time. I love you, Hannah.
She's going to be a contender for confessional queen if she lasts till the end.
Goodness. I got to get on Twitter and just tell her how much she just made my night. I won't do it right now, but oh my goodness, that was awesome. Do you like Hannah?
She would be hilarious to have on our show. That would be so much funny. I hope she lasts because I would love to see her for 30 plus days and listen to all the things she's going to say.
Wow, that was.
Imagine when she's tired, hungry, and aching all over, how funny she's going to be.
Wow. All right. Let's go to Brett LaBelle. Here we go.
Brett LaBelle. I'm 42, and I'm a Boston Police Sergeant. I'm on the citywide bicycle unit. We go to where there's problems. The commissioner's baby, he loves us. He created the unit, and whenever there's community issues and stuff like that, they send us. Being a police officer 18 years, I'm pretty in tune to when people are not telling me the truth. So I think I have a little advantage there. I've been a fan of the show since it started. I've watched every season. I've tried out several times. So what's at stake is if I do poorly, I'm not going to be happy. The competitive side of me wants to do really well out here. But this is a crazy game. And there's so many factors involved. And I could be on an island with a bunch of whack jobs, and I have no control over it. There's a guy that looks like an 80s rock guy or something, you know what I mean? He looks like a mix between Vince Neil from Motley Crue and Hulk Hogan, you know what I mean? And then there's a couple people that look absolutely insane. There's a guy that looks like he just come off. He's got to be he must be an NFL player. I can't picture who he's from. But I'll tell you right now, if it was a 2007 New York Giants, I'm voting his ass off the island. Payback's a bitch.
I'm sorry.
So when he started talking, I said, let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum from Hannah. But then he got kind of funny at the end.
I love him. Oh my gosh. Boy, they're just getting better and better, David. I think him and Paul, the rocker, are going to get along great.
The Vince Neil Hulk Hogan guy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Man. That's funny. He's Dedham, Massachusetts. He is 42, like you said. He is a police sergeant. A Gen Xer is someone who had to work very hard for everything they have in life. They actually had to go to school, not online, ride the bus, and study hard to get good grades. Gen Xers take responsibility for their own actions and do not blame others for their mistakes. Gen Xers remember a time when Saturday morning brought the best cartoons. They know the difference between VHS and Betamax.
Right.
And they certainly know what it means to drop a dime. Oh, boy. Personal claim to fame was receiving the Human Award for Bravery from the governor of Massachusetts for disarming a gunman in 2014.
Now that
is a claim to fame. Hobbies: going to the gym, golf, improv, and bicycling. Improv. That's different. Pet peeves: couples who sit on the same side of the booth.
This poor guy who walks into a restaurant and immediately gets irritated by all the.
Oh my gosh! Can you not sit on separate sides?
Stupid people.
People who talk politics and religion at Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, amen. Hallelujah. Yes, I agree. Those are all Thanksgiving gatherings.
Yes, and bullies. Words to describe him are gregarious, funny / hilarious, and caring.
Yeah. By the way, if you put a little slash between two words, there's still two words. That's a pet peeve of mine.
I got
No,
you.
hey, you know what I would put on this pet peeve, David?
What?
Come on, you know what I would put. People who call Reese's peanut butter cups Reese's.
Reese's.
Can you get me any more upset? No, you can't. Don't.
Okay.
See, I'm wanting to talk about it, and I can't. All right. I like Brett. Do you like Brett?
I do, but as far as getting along, it was kind of abrasive at the beginning, but he melded in, and I think if his sense of humor comes through, he'll be fine.
All right. Let's move on to Zeke.
I'm Zeke. I'm 28, and I'm an asset manager. I grew up in central Oklahoma. And I've always been sort of an eccentric person. I've never really sort of cared about what other people thought. So I thought it was a very bright idea to come out at 15 and tell the world I was gay. And predictably, the evangelical crowd was not super psyched to hear it. But I've always sort of been able to take care of myself. I was very successful in high school. I was a nationally ranked high school debater. And was ultimately recruited to debate for a number of schools, in particular Harvard, which is where I ended up for college. I love Survivor. I'm a huge Survivor fan. It speaks to a part of me that I can't, I think, even put my finger on. And there's nothing more that I want than to win the $1 million. I like this group. They look like a group that I can very easily manipulate. There's a big, I would say, guy in his 40s. He has ginger hair, clearly a former football player. And I generally like football players. I like their spirit. I like their spunk. And, if they've been knocked in the head a few times and aren't picking up on all the social cues, that's even better for me. I have a very irreverent sense of humor, which is most likely going to get me into trouble. But I'm going to be fun to watch. I have a lot of hijinks planned. I think that, there's no sense in coming to play Survivor quietly. You got to play and you got to win with style. And you're going to love me, even if you hate me at first.
You beat me to the punch. I do like him already.
Oh, wow. Wow. It's like we saved the best for last.
I'm telling you.
Oh, my goodness. I love you, Zeke. Wow. They look like a group I can manipulate.
I love that he's already thinking that. I come in here to make a splash. I didn't come in here to quietly win. I'm going to do it with style.
He is going to be so much fun. No one's going to dislike the guy. Oh, man.
Where's my marker, my star marker?
Wow. Guess who's going to be on my Survivor Challenge team?
Too late. It's already on mine.
No, we can both have them. Oh, man. Let me tell you, if you don't put Zeke on your D&D Survivor Challenge team, then you are Survivor Challenged.
At least for confessionals. He's going to be great at confessional. Your Survivor Challenge. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here next week. Zeke, I love you, Zeke.
He sounds older than 28.
You are the
Sounds
man.
like he would fit. I mean, his target so far is already, Chris from the Gen X team.
I love him. All right, Zeke. Boy. All right, I think we have two more.
You gonna read his bio or?
Oh, sorry, I was so enamored by him.
Yeah, I don't even need to read his bio.
Oh, he's from Brooklyn. He's an asset manager. To be a millennial, to be perfectly honest, I've never thought of myself as a millennial. Ask one of the other children.
I read that. I couldn't wait for you to read that. That is hilarious.
Oh, I could just hear him doing that.
Ask one of the other children. That is great.
Personal claim to fame, being ranked one of the top 16 high school debaters. Oh, that's what I was going to say. In the country, my senior year of high school, I got a plaque. It's been downhill ever since. I like that self-deprecating sense of humor.
Yeah.
A debater? This guy's going to be great at dealing with people. This guy could win the whole thing. I mean, fabulous. Hobbies: writing, improv, gym, and cooking. Gym? How's that a gym? Going to the
gym. Yeah.
Pet peeves: sniffling, chewing with one's mouth open. he even says it correctly. Not, chewing with one's mouth open. That is a huge pet peeve of mine. Black
I like the next one.
with brown belts. Children who don't listen to their mothers. 3 words to describe you: sharp, devilish, and unstoppable.
I like that.
Zeke. You ever know you're my survivor hero? All right, David. Let's listen to Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday.
My name is Sunday Burquest. I'm 45 years old, and my husband and I are pastors over young adults. I have 4 kids, 3 boys, 1 girl. Leaving my kids was the hardest thing about coming, especially my daughter, because she's the youngest and she's closer to me. Well, the boys are close to me, but they don't really care when I leave. I've been watching Survivor since it started, got my family in on it, and probably 8 years ago, I said, while we were all watching, I'm going to be on that show. And my boys laughed at me and like, whatever, Mom, you could never do it. And I was like, you just wait. So that planted a seed. And then 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, got through that. And then just coming up on my 45th birthday, I was like, if I've been through breast cancer, I'm 45, what am I waiting for? I'm just going to go for it. Getting through breast cancer really came down to my faith and trust in the Lord to get me through every step of it. I had a great support system, not only my family, my friends, my church, just so many people around me that helped me get through it, brought meals, cleaned the house, helped with the kids. It's just amazing. I'm kind of quirky myself. I say weird things, I've been told. Different funny phrases, maybe they just come from the north, I guess. I'm already a survivor. Just want to add another survivor title to my name.
Oh, I like her too.
I do too. I think she's the oldest female, but I don't think she's going to have that title. Or she's going to have. Did you catch that?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if you heard because you froze. I don't think she's going to be seen as like, oh, she's the oldest female. She's got to go. She sounds very sociable.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be off-putting at all.
And she's a youth pastor, so she's going to know how to talk to millennials.
Yeah, she's gonna do well. I have a feeling.
Yeah, what it means to be a Gen Xer. For myself, being a Gen Xer is being driven and hardworking. We don't expect things to be handed to them. We set goals and work hard for what we want in life. We also don't think we deserve to win in every situation and actually look at failure as an opportunity to learn. On the other hand, Gen Xers can be stuck in our ways and leery of new ideas. Wow. It would help a lot if we would learn to listen to the younger generation and run with some of their new ideas. Wow.
Good.
She's already talking like half the people on her tribe, but she's also talking like when she meets a millennial, they're going to like her immediately. Personal claim to fame. Besides my 4 amazing kids,
Mm-hmm.
I'm most proud of being a breast cancer survivor. After 5 surgeries, 8 rounds of chemotherapy, and 28 days of radiation, not to mention the horrible meds they put you on, I'm still here. That is a claim to fame.
Yes, it is.
It was important to me that my kids saw me as a warrior rather than a whiner. Of course, it was hard, but I wouldn't let cancer take over my life. Because of my faith, I was able to kick cancer's butt. Hobbies, repurposing and painting furniture. Oh, I didn't realize that was part of a sentence. I just thought she said repurposing. That covers a lot.
Yeah.
Repurposing and painting furniture. Terry would like that. Interior design and thrift shopping. Terry would love that.
Oh, yeah.
Love the thrill of the hunt for a good deal. Man, dude, Terry knows where every thrift store is now in the near 2-hour area.
Yeah.
I mean, furniture is the best place. Well, you know that because you helped me move some of it into the house.
This lady's going to have their area looking really good.
This is going to be, if I get, see, I don't have Gracie this year to watch it with me. So Davis will jump in every now and then for the challenges, but if I can get Terry to watch, this Sunday's going to be her favorite. Pet peeves: arrogant people, those who think they are God's gift to the human race. Catty women, the ones that make the snide comments, backhanded compliments, and make other girls in the room feel like they don't measure up.
Okay.
She does sound like a youth pastor. And people that are late drive me nuts. Hello. 3 words to describe you: bossy, compassionate, and tenacious.
I like her.
I do too. I like that. Lot of smart answers, not book answers, but smart answers.
She's got a lot of life experience. So
yeah.
All right.
And experience with people. Yep.
Yeah. The lady with the best last name of all of them, Mary Takahashi. I love her last name.
My name is Mari. I'm 31. I'm an online personality and I play video games online for a living. My personal stats vary around 1.5 million, and on the gaming channel alone, it's 6.7 million. Before I started anything on YouTube, I was actually a ballerina. I was a professional ballerina, and that somehow led into video gaming. It's almost by accident. I definitely don't look like your typical gamer, and I'm going to use that to my advantage 100%. It makes me a chameleon, and I'm 1,000 different things. I like being multifaceted. I try to be as much of a polymath as possible in my life. Both my careers, both ballet and playing video games, has always been my way of taking life and making it play. It's always a game, and me coming into this game of games, it just allows me to play just a little bit more. But I think I've been training for this my entire life and never even knew it. I mean, you look at the challenges that need discipline and focus, standing on tiny little pegs for hours at a time doing nothing, and that's all ballet. And everything with that raw competitiveness and that need to win, and that coming back from a loss and winning and losing and winning over and over and over again. I do that on a daily basis playing video games. I'm going to make great TV because I'm not afraid of playing both a hero or a villain. I mean, everyone wants to be a hero. I don't know why more people don't want to be villains. Villains just have a little bit more fun.
Last year at the finale, Gracie knew exactly who Mario was when she came up on the screen.
Really?
She did. She's watched some of her videos. I don't think Davis has because it's got adult language to it, but she she's very well known in the gamer area. And anybody that makes a living playing games is high in my book.
Yeah. And she does look like a gamer. She's got red hair, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Orange hair or whatever. What's she talking about? She doesn't look like a gamer. I like her.
I do too. I think she'll be very sociable, very personable, and she's funny. I actually watched one of her Minecraft videos.
Oh yeah,
very good sense of humor.
All right, I'm gonna put a like on her.
You gonna read her?
Huh?
You gonna read it?
I forgot. Sorry, I was looking forward to the next part. Mari, she is from Los Angeles via San Francisco, professional gamer. Her personal claim to fame: summoning Kilimanjaro. more than just an accomplishment of climbing a 19,000-foot mountain. It marked my transition from the world I knew about everything about, the ballet world I dedicated 25 years to, and walking into the unknown, which led me to playing video games for a living. Hobbies, video games, rock climbing, and traveling. Pet peeves, stagnation, and laziness. 3 words to describe you: courageous, adaptable, and calculating.
Nobody jumps out to me as a winner yet, but I like everybody that we've talked about so far.
Good cast.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Yes,
fun.
indeed.
Getting to know them and getting to talk about them.
Seeing them struggle, seeing them starve.
That's right. That is right. Wow, what a great thing to do. That was fun. Hey,
I like that.
It is time for
You write them. We read them. iTunes reviews.
All right, so we have an international review, David. It's from the UK, and he wrote it way back in May, but we didn't get it in time for the finale, so I didn't get to read it. It's Beanock from the UK. 5 stars, best Survivor podcast. He says, "Hey guys, I've been meaning to write this all week, having twice tried to submit a review, but both times apparently getting an error message. So I hope this gets in on time for finale week." It's in time for finale week for season 33. This is why I don't like you to mute your microphone.
Sorry.
My girlfriend, Gabriella, has watched Survivor since she was a little kid, and since we met, she has tried to get me into her obsession. Finally, I decided to try and watch season 31 and loved it, but still didn't get the obsession of listening to podcasts revolving around a TV show. But then the season finished. I missed Survivor. My Thursdays, being from Liverpool, UK, had something missing. I then realized there were 30 other seasons for me to watch. I started watching from season 1 and am now on Fans versus Favorites. It's so good. I just wish I had D&D to go with every season. Nope. You guys make me laugh hysterically on my journeys to work and also cry out loud with frustration when a season is ruined by you guys talking about a winner or whatever season is a reminder of this one. I will miss your podcast as much as the show, nearly. I don't know if it's because I've watched so many seasons, but in my opinion, as good as this season has been, talking about season 32, the final 4 are a little anticlimactic. Aubrey, good game but bland. Ty was endearing at first, but eventually irritating. Michelle is just there and has shown up recently. Sydney, though, is my winner. Strong game and strong individual. I just hope she can see it through. So keep up the good work, keep up the laughs and the madness that comes from the tangents, and you will keep getting my 5 stars. Peace out, Beanock. Thank you, Beanock, and you need to submit feedback during our season because obviously, I mean, your review was half of a feedback.
Yeah.
So we love it when you leave iTunes reviews, so thank you for doing that. So, David, are you going to, anything on this next item on the list, or just pass it up?
Oh, I don't have the notes in front of me.
Oh, are you doing power rankings or not? Probably not.
No, I don't think we are. I think we're just going to have Colton come on episode.
All right, everybody, you can get even more D&D. Well, David, do you have anything else about the season? Any first impression? Are you looking forward to it?
Well, my first impression is I'm excited in the fact that we're not doing the head-to-head challenge and I'm not doing power rankings, which kind of sometimes is a distraction to the season itself. I'm just so happy that we got another season of newbies. Like I said at the beginning, I'm so interested, and we got more excited as we went through the cast. And that's nothing against the first people we talked about. It's just that they're all so interesting.
Right.
And so good. It was hard to pick dislikes. We're going to have to pick a group that we think is probably going to be early boots. We're going to have to pick a group that we think are going to make it to the end. I was going to ask you, give me 2 names, 1 male, 1 female, that we're going to be talking about at the end of the season.
Zeke, for sure, and Paul. Zeke and Paul.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 girls are Hannah and Figgy.
I like that. Zeke. I do like that. Mine was Zeke and I like Marie at first, or Mari, but they're from the same tribe, and I was trying to think of somebody different. I don't know. It's hard. I didn't think it would be this hard to think of somebody I could be talking about at the end of the season. I think there's so many potential end of the season players.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking forward to the season. It really sounds fun.
Now next week we're doing our predictions show. So we're gonna really try to dive deep into the players just a little bit more. And then the week after that, on the what is today? Today's the 1st, so the 15th, 1 week before the show premieres, we want your feedback. That'll be the That's What You Think episode. And you can go ahead and start doing that if you want. Email feedback@survivortalkwithdnd.com. You can also do audio feedback. Just go to our feedback page on our website, and we'd love to read and listen to your feedback in 2 weeks.
And if you don't know what to write about, tell us which 10 you're picking for the D&D challenge.
Now, remember, last season we started getting enough feedback that your 5, 6, 7, 8, 10-minute feedback was just too long. So please limit your feedback. We don't need a 2-page email from you because we feel obligated to read it all, and it's really long. So we need y'all to be a little more concise.
Yes.
Use our podcast as an example. 2-hour mark.
That's right.
You can get even more D&D by joining our always family-friendly Facebook group at stwdd.com/Facebook. Follow me on Twitter @survivor_talk. Of course, we always have shirts and mugs and hoodies available on our website. You can just go to STWDD. Just go there and click on a link, and you'll see it. In fact, I really like the mugs. And we finally have the shirt that David always wanted. The outlined Survivor Talk logo.
Yes.
Always wanted that, and we finally have it. So there you go. And the shirts and mugs will always be on a week by week thing. So you order one, you'll get it in a couple of weeks because that particular process will go through and you'll be able to get it. So there's no sorry you don't get your shirt because we didn't get enough ordered anymore. So thank you for tuning in, sharing our show with others while subscribing on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube, and for being a part of the D&D family. We truly are thankful for y'all. We love you. We love the fact that you love us or that you like us and you like to listen to us. Thank you so much. If you like our show and want to contribute, you can. You don't have to, but you can. You can become a D&D patron. Not only do you make a huge difference in our podcast budget each month, but if you give $2 or more a month, you get access to our D&D extra video each week, which is always fun. It's always fun for me to call David and go, David, we got to do our D&D extra video. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Another way to support the show, take the extra click and shop Amazon using the links on our website and Facebook group. Every purchase you make helps and doesn't cost you a cent. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, so those links are there for a reason. Enjoy your week. See ya, everybody. See ya.
See ya.
All right. If you are watching on YouTube, check out this awesome end card that Mark Percy made. Pretty cool looking, isn't it, David?
Awesome.
Yep. You can click on the buttons to subscribe. Click there. You can become a patron or visit our website. Also, there are 2 of our most recent videos. Our Stranger Things episode with Cass McQuillan, which really became more of a nostalgic one. David, I'm really thinking on our Stranger Things with D&D podcast that we ought to go back and do episode by episode for Stranger Things next summer.
For the first season or second?
Yeah, for the first season.
I would love to do that.
I haven't figured out how we're going to do the second season yet because everybody's going to binge watch it and they're not going to wait for us. So.
They might.
Anyway, also our finale show from last season with Kelly Wentworth, which was very popular. So enjoy and thank y'all for watching.